Well, it's like this, that the situation in the market is becoming very, very volatile. When the market is volatile, generally the investments that enterprises and corporates make generally tend to be on a hold because everyone is presuming that the times are going to move away. Because the times are very volatile and returns don't seem to come at a kind of pace that the investment of that money expects the return to be, there is a great focus on trying to cut on the expense lines. Therefore, all expenses predominantly which are seen and believed in the classical traditional world to be expense lines are generally the ones which are held back. Somehow a strange set of belief prevails in the market that all people costs are actually curtailable cost lines, curtailable expense lines, and therefore all costs on trying to recruit people, all costs on trying to develop people, all costs on trying to see how we can motivate people, all are kept on a hold. Now that's a very funny situation. On the one hand, you want the people to be at their alert, to be at their absolutely motivational best when times are down so that they are able to fight the times. On the one hand, and on the other hand, everything that motivates them, everything that develops them, everything that really goes in a way to get them to perform better is an expense that's cut out. Now, how do we therefore, in the balancing act of alignment, are able to create this alignment where the same people are motivated to do their best in challenging times without spending a lot of money on their motivation because those expenses are cut out? That's the big challenge that we have. The possible solution, of course, is to try and ensure that the organizations understand the reality. Organizations need to be made to realize that actually times which are changing or times which are temporarily down, in case you want to believe they are temporarily down, are actually times when you invest in your people. These are not the times for disinvestments, these are times for investments. So you need to be a bull of an investor in your people capital at a point of time when the markets are going down, and that's the greatest challenge. You need to communicate, you need to make the leadership realize this, you need to challenge the system on this kind of a cost line by showing them actual investments and people capital at the point of time that the market is down. And the reality is market is not temporarily down. This is the character of the market that's there for permanent. It's there for the good. The question therefore is, how do we make our systems ready to face this kind of volatility in the market which is not temporary, which is not going to pass away? It's a permanent feature of the market, and therefore how do we realign, how do we make our organizations invest in people with this kind of tough return lines from the market which the challenging situation is challenging them to perform? The most important thing is you cannot win wars of tomorrow with weapons of yesterday. Systems, processes which gave you results in the past do not necessarily give you results in the future because the situation is different, war is different. When the times are changing, you need to be finding the correct solutions, you need to be finding the correct strategies, the new leaders who know how to fight the current economic situations. Possibly sometimes your old strategies and old tools may work, but they need to be revalidated. But therefore what is important is for you to revalidate and find out what are new things you can do, what are the old things. You can't throw away the baby with the bathwater. So some of the old things may be useful. So which are those old things you want to carry to the future, and what are the new things you want to introduce? The prime purpose is you have to help business partner in its success. What goes is something that you need to test out so that business succeeds and you are able to play a positive partnership role.